Hello, welcome to Community Connection. I'm your host, Gloria Enloe. As many of our viewers know, the purpose of this show is to let people know about all of the fun, exciting activities that take place in Jefferson City. The capital city certainly has a lot to offer. You just have to know where to look for it to find it. So we're going to try to help you out with that. And believe it or not, Christmas is right around the corner. So today we have with us two guests who are going to talk about some of Jefferson City's biggest Christmas traditions. We have Nicole Hosier, who's here from the Jefferson City Jaycees, and Sam Bushman, who everyone knows from Sam's Tuxedos and from the Living Windows events. Thank you guys for coming down today.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Well, Nicole, I understand that the Christmas parade is going to be coming up. Can you tell us when and where?
This is our 72nd annual Christmas parade by the Jefferson City Jaycees. It's going to be December 3rd at 4:30 p.m. in downtown Jefferson City.
Now, actually, the parade has been going on at 4:30, kind of closer to the evening, for a few years now. Can you tell us what prompted that change?
Well, it kind of gave us a reason to have people put lights on their floats and get a little more decorations on their floats rather than the traditional hay bales and people sitting waving. So we do have the light requirement. It also makes it a little easier for staffing for the patrol or for the police department to be up there and everything. So.
Well, like you said, it's been going on for a couple of years now, and I can say that all the floats look really kind of magical in the evening sky with the lights lighting everything up. So it's really a nice change, I think.
Yeah.
And I know every year, too, the Jaycees pick a theme for the parade. Can you tell us about this year's theme?
This year's theme is Christmas in Paradise. Kind of your own interpretation of it. Rudolph will be surfing, so come out and see that. But everybody have fun with it and come up with your interpretation of the theme and come out and show what your paradise is.
Now, do you have any idea about how many entries that you guys might have? I know it's still kind of early as far as getting in registration.
I am not 100% sure how many exactly we have right now. Our deadline was actually, I think, maybe Friday. We are still receiving quite a few in. So we hope to have an exact number by this weekend, how many floats we're going to have.
Right. In the past, though, I know that there's usually quite a few people.
There are quite a few.
Yeah.
So.
Well, can you tell us about the Grand Marshal for this year's parade?
Well, actually, our Grand Marshal is sitting right here with me. It's Sam Bushman.
Yeah.
He's a great asset to our community. He puts on the living windows for the Jeff City, and he owns Samuel's Tuxedos, and I'll let him tell you a little bit.
If it's nice, I might even wear my Hawaiian shirt.
Well, yeah, you'll have to do that.
With my long underwear under it or something like that. So.
Right. Well, are you excited about serving as the Grand Marshal? Have any big plans?
I'm very honored. I really am. It's I haven't been around for 72 years, but I can remember as a little kid when it was at night. And so it's kind of nice to go back to the traditional way. Although it was always cold. It was always cold. So, but I think it's kind of neat.
Yeah. Well, hopefully the theme will kind of make its way up into nature's ear, and we can hope for a little bit of paradise-like weather that day at least.
We've kind of gotten lucky lately with the weather.
Yeah.
Staying pretty nice, so hopefully it will hold out a little bit longer.
It has been a little bit warmer than I remember. Well, Sam, we know that you're obviously going to be there for the parade, but right before the parade, there's also a pretty big event in Jefferson City. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, we kind of kick off the holiday season. You know, Thursday night's the lighting of the mayor's Christmas tree at Rotary Park, and then Friday night is the Living Windows, and then Saturday's the parade. So you've got like a 3-day thing that just kind of kicks off the holiday season, and I think this year is going to be one of our better. We've got 10 new groups that are going to be in our windows, and the Presbyterian Church is going to be open, and they're going to have a living nativity, and we've got Journey to Bethlehem, an abbreviated version of Journey to Bethlehem in the 300 block, and we've got Come to the Manger, which are nativities, and we've got, it's just really, really neat. CenturyLink's going to do something out in the street to kind of tie in with the Presbyterian Church. But I'm always excited when we have a lot more new people performing.
Yeah. And I know you always have quite a variety of performers. You mentioned that you're going to have some living nativity scenes and a journey to Bethlehem, but there's a lot of other things too, singing, dancing, that sort of thing.
Well, we're actually even going to have some belly dancers down at the Tiki Lounge, but which kind of ties in with the your theme. But yeah, it's just a little bit of everything. We've got Dancers Alley, and we've got a lot of church groups. We have some puppet groups. We're going to have Abe Lincoln is going to be down at the Convention and Visitors Bureau, and I'm not sure what he's going to do. He was talking about maybe getting some of the messages he sent to the troops at Christmas time back during the Civil War. So there's just going to be a lot of things. Parks and Rec does the free hay rides, and then the mansion, of course, is open for candlelight tours, and that's just a wonderful. It's a wonderful Victorian building, and it's decorated beautifully. And right across the street from that, the Cole County Historical Society has an open house with some singing groups. So it's going to be just come downtown. Everything's free. Santa Claus is at Hawthorne Bank going back to the 1930s, and it's just a nice family night.
Now, Santa Claus is going to be at Living Windows, and then he's also going to be making an appearance in the parade. And I understand that it's the real Santa, and there's only one.
It is. The real Santa, and we have booked him pretty much that whole weekend, I think.
Yeah, sounds like he's going to be busy.
Yeah.
Well, Sam, I understand that when you do these events, you want people to come downtown and stay the night and be able to kind of do a little bit of everything and enjoy it. And I understand they can also eat that night.
We have a lot of new restaurants downtown. J. Finney's, I think Spectators next door to me is going to be open, and they want to do food. And the Boy Scouts Troop 11 is doing spaghetti down at the First Baptist Church. So you can actually come down early, eat at the First Baptist Church, eat spaghetti, help the Boy Scouts, and then just wander on up to High Street. So yeah.
And I think that we really want to stress that this is totally family-friendly events that everyone can enjoy.
It is. It's kind of an evening when you don't have to spend any money. We've got a lot of groups that are giving out hot chocolate and cider. Lincoln is going to be working with the Governor's Mansion. They're going to be giving out hot chocolate for those waiting in line to tour the Governor's Mansion. Central Bank, I think, has cider and cookies. I've got a couple other church groups that are doing hot chocolate. So, you can come downtown and just look at the windows and meet your neighbors and take a hayride and, go home and feel good.
Now, Nicole, on parade day, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people that come out and watch the parade, but as you've said in the past, there's been a lot of people that are in the parade too. Is there anything that people maybe should know when they're decorating their floats about things that are required or maybe things they should avoid?
We do have a light requirement. That's all. Exactly how many lights is on, you can find on our website. We ask that no candy is thrown out. We want to avoid the children running up to the cars and vehicles and getting underfoot and possibly getting hurt. So we ask that candy's handed out, or those walking can kind of toss out the kids' feet, but not just thrown from the vehicles.
Right.
So.
And the theme is, Christmas in Paradise. Is there anything that the Jaycees are really doing as far as their float is concerned and their entries to kind of tie that whole theme in?
Well, we are putting Rudolph up on a surfboard, so that's our big thing. Santa and Mrs. Claus will be lounging on the beach on our float and just enjoying themselves. And we will have all the lights and everything. Hopefully Rudolph's red nose will be shining bright for leading the way for Santa. So.
And people can also play music if they have floats in the parade, right?
Yes, music is completely welcome. If it's bands, sometimes doing just a simple song that everybody knows, because not everybody gets to hear the full thing. So playing a simple song that anywhere they pick up on, they can know which song you're playing and sing along. And we'll have groups dancing and bands playing. Some of the other floats will have singing, carolers, and stuff like that on them. So
cool.
It should be quite fun.
Sounds like it. And I know one thing that Jaycees ask is that obviously nonprofit groups are a lot of times involved in the parade. They like to have floats, but you guys actually don't require that they pay anything for that.
No, actually, there is a fee for the entries. Nonprofit organizations do not have the fee, but we require that all of the groups participating, nonprofit or regular floats, donate 2 toys, unwrapped toys, ranging about $10 to $20. And those toys are collected and they're distributed to, I think we've chosen Salvation Army as one of our possible distributors, places to distribute this year. And we'll choose another one, possibly Columbia Children's Hospital.
Well, that sounds like a really good cause. A way to really spread the Christmas spirit around.
Yeah.
All right, well, one more time, Sam, can you tell us when the activities start?
It's 6 p.m., but as I said, you can come down early and eat spaghetti with the Boy Scouts at the First Baptist Church. But it's 6 to 9, and we're open till 9:30 or 10 o'clock. Because, depending on what the weather's like, there's a lot of people that kind of stay downtown after that. So, we like having people in our store. We like having people down on High Street. So, we're not going to run anybody off. But it's 6 to 9 p.m. on Friday, December 2nd.
And then what time does the parade start?
The parade will start at 4:30 on December 3rd, that's Saturday. So come out and enjoy.
All right. Well, thank you both for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you, Gloria.
And I'd like to thank our viewers at home for watching Jaycees TV. We hope we see you downtown as we get the Christmas spirit going, kicking the holiday season into high gear. Don't go anywhere. We're going to be right back with more of Community Connection. Thanks for watching.
Folks, why won't we go to the doctor? My uncle called, speech all slurred, complaining his arms numb. He called everyone. He even called my daughter Tiara, because, she's got a year of nursing. Everyone thinks he needs to go to the doctor, including me. So he said, well, will you take me? I'm like, I'm on the road. He goes, I'll wait. Stroke's no joke. If you or someone you love have symptoms of stroke, don't wait. It may be too late. Dial 911. Time loss is brain loss.
When you open a book, a whole new world comes to life. And you just never know who you're going to meet.
Ah, humbug.
Read a book and experience the wonder. Discover the fun and become part of something magical.
What's happening?
Read A Christmas Carol and other books online. Go to read.gov. Explore new worlds. Read.
Hello, welcome back to Community Connection. I'm your host, Gloria Enloe. As many of our viewers know, the goal of Community Connection is to let people know what's happening in Jefferson City. There's a lot going on in Jefferson City. You just got to know where to look for it. And we tell you a lot about entertainment. We tell you about festivals that are coming up, theater shows, concerts, things like that. But one other thing we try to stress is what's happening in our local schools. Our schools are a big part of our community, and I love it when I get the opportunity to talk to some of our great Jefferson City students. And earlier this week, we told you a little bit about some of the Christmas activities that are coming up, the Living Windows event, and also the Christmas parade. But today, we're here with some students from Jefferson City High School. And we have with us Tanner Bone, Liz Tanner, and Alex Hoos from Jefferson City High School. Thank you for joining us, guys.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Well, what we're going to talk about today is Key Club and also something that the Key Club's been working on, which is Honor Flight. But Tanner, would you mind telling us a little bit about Key Club and what the mission of the club is?
Yeah, this is actually the first year of Key Club at Jefferson City High School. And what Key Club is, it's an extension of Kiwanis, which is one of the longest, oldest student clubs in the world and our nation. And at Jefferson City High School, we're just trying to promote and sustain community awareness and involvement. And throughout the community, we're trying to form a partnership in community service.
Sounds really cool. Well, Alex, can you tell us a little bit about how Key Club got started at Jefferson City High School?
Well, teachers started noticing that around the mid-Missouri area, more and more Key Clubs were starting to pop up, and Jefferson City had long sought after a community outreach program, and we had attempted it the year before using the Character Council, and that started to pan out. But once we partnered with Kiwanis, created the Key Club, it really set up for a more solid foundation of a community outreach where we can go out and create partnerships with businesses and the Kiwanis and other local schools to help further our community.
You know, I'm glad that you brought up that it kind of is affiliated with Kiwanis, because I think that's a really neat thing, is it starts with the students in Key Club, and then there's an extension in the community with the adults if they want to stay involved in Kiwanis, so that's really cool. Well, could each of you tell us a little bit about what you've personally learned from participating in Key Club?
Yeah, before Key Club, I had no idea of all the charities and community service opportunities that Jefferson City had, and just kind of all these things kind of fill the gaps between the social and economic gaps in our community. And so hopefully, after learning of all these things, I can kind of help through Key Club and also my own as well.
And Liz, what have you learned?
Well, I also learned about all the organizations that are available, but not only that, that they also are in such a need of, you know, money and fundraising, and just they need that community efforts. So through Key Club, we give them that chance to interact, for high school students to interact with them. These organizations are adults, so we bring in the option of the age group of high school students involving with adults in our community. So it allows more involvement opportunities.
And Alex, what have you learned from your involvement?
I've really learned about the amount of diversity that goes on in our school, the different unique talents and leadership styles that each student possesses to help, make this a better place and just furthering the community.
Do you believe that this is something that all students would benefit from?
I feel like all students would benefit from Key Club, yes, not necessarily by being a direct member in the club, because we are an exclusive club, but through the resources and opportunities that we provide to them, because we provide them all sorts of community service opportunities where they can get involved with their community, not just the school. So yes, it is beneficial for all in the end.
Well, like you said, this is kind of a new thing at the high school, and maybe not even all the students know about it. What would you tell students about Key Club if you had the opportunity?
Oh, well, it being a new year, like you said, hopefully we just want students to know it exists. I think we're getting that started through word of mouth, and teachers are starting to talk about it. But really this first semester, we're just trying to get our feet under us and trying to get organized as a Key Club and learn more about it. So hopefully the second semester we can kind of get some initiatives and stuff like that, so students will be able to see opportunities and benefits that Key Club offers.
Well, one thing I know is that Key Club has been doing a little bit of fundraising and kind of been affiliated with Honor Flight. And Alex, can you tell us a little bit about Honor Flight?
The Honor Flight is a Central Missouri initiative that allows World War II veterans to fly out to Washington, D.C. to visit the World War II Memorial. And so it's more so a token of our appreciation, saying that we have not forgotten what they fought for and what so many of their friends died for, showing that we're very appreciative. It's just a big thank you.
And why do you think this is a worthwhile endeavor?
Well, these veterans are the people who, they don't see themselves as the heroes. They see the people they left behind as the heroes. So like Alex said, it's just a big thank you, from our community and from a younger generation, so they can feel like they did their part, that they were successful.
Well, something like Honor Flight, like almost anything, it takes money to make that happen. And like you said, a lot of these organizations that Key Club's working with, they have a lot of needs, and quite frankly, fundraising is a big part of it. So what were the fundraising goals for this particular project?
Our fundraising goals for the high school was $900, and as a high school we were able to accomplish that goal by raising almost $1,200. As a Cole County, we were able to raise over $9,000 and send 27 veterans to their memorials, so we were pretty proud of it.
That's really fascinating. Yeah. That is awesome. Good job, you guys. What is one thing that you would say you learned from participating in this program?
Participating in this program has shown us that no matter how small you think your part is, really in the grand scheme of things, you do so much for these people. Even giving $1 or $2, it's really a big deal. And people just need to realize that no matter how little they give, it means a lot.
One thing that I've always said about Jefferson City, and I've talked to a lot of people, interviewed a lot of people that live in this city, and when I think a challenge is put before them, they really do raise rise to the occasion and meet that challenge. We have a very giving community, and this time of year, I think, too, that's especially evident as people are starting to get into the holiday spirit and the season of giving. So I'm glad you guys were able to experience a little bit of that at such a young age. Liz, obviously this was a success. You met your fundraising goal and were able to participate in a really awesome program. What are the future plans for Key Club, though?
We plan to promote and sustain, community service and involvement through this high school, but also getting these high school kids involved with the community, just opening up opportunities for them and letting them have another outlet of success.
Well, I wish you a lot of luck in that. I think that this is something that's really a cool club and something that I think could really grow, and I'm glad you guys were able to get it started.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you. And if there's ever anything that Key Club is doing in the future and you want to come back and talk about it, feel free.
All right. Thank you.
We'd like to thank our viewers at home for watching the program. Don't forget, we talked in the first half of the show about Living Windows, which is coming to Jefferson City in early December. And the day after that, we will, of course, have the Jefferson City Jaycees Christmas Parade, which you can always catch on JC TV, channel 81 or 12.2 on Mediacom. And we'll